What's going on, Charles Botenston? I'm going to be talking about a video real quick, and this is literally the point where I said, you know what? This self-development thing is actually working. This was literally the point that I said, I'm going to continue going on this trail, is that when you're in a conversation and someone said something that you may not have agreed with, or their morality or their values or something about it, they said something, and I'll give some examples, and you literally went from a participant of the conversation to an observer. And I'll talk about when that happens, how to actually handle it. So number one, say someone says, oh, that's just not me. Say you say, oh, I wake up at 6 o'clock every morning, or 5:30, or I go to the gym every day, or I exercise every day. And someone you're talking to says, oh, that's not me. Or you're taking the elevator up and someone's bitching about the weather, and they're like, yeah, I can't believe it's so hot out, or I can't believe it's raining. That was literally the one moment. I think that was actually it. I don't remember the who it was or where I was, but I just remember someone was complaining about the weather, and I went from a participant, which normally I would agree with because I wanted to be a people pleaser and things like that. I went from a participant in the conversation to an observer, and I started going through my mind. I'm like, yeah, I don't really agree with this person. I'm like, who cares? You can't control the weather. It's one of those things. Yeah, it's raining out. Like, what do you want to do? Complain about it? Like, anything that you can't control, like weather or heat, or there's, something happens where you just have zero control over it. Like there's a delay or there's a car crash ahead of you. Like, what could you have done? And people start complaining about it. That's when I became an observer, and I was like, actually, you know what? I don't agree. And the biggest thing is, if you start agreeing with that person, not only is that inauthentic to who you are as a positive person, but that actually solidifies that you are a people pleaser, and that you yourself are still slightly a little bit negative, talking about drama or things that you can't control. I literally was talking in the elevator, and the person complained about the weather, and I just literally looked at her and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't agree. I wasn't shaking my head, because when you say, yeah, you're right, it sucks, your brain says, oh, okay, it's okay to be negative. It's okay to talk about drama and other people and things we can't control and external events, play the victim or whatever. That's when I literally cut it off, and I was like, you know what? Become the observer. So the biggest thing is, when you start going into conversations with people, and it could be talking about politics or religion or a dicey subject that's going on, like, I don't participate in any of those conversations. I literally just observe it. Someone's talking about it, whether I agree or not, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm not going to convince them of something I agree with or disagree with, but there's plenty of other things that we could be talking about. So in other words, what I'm saying is that when you start only participating and you're not observing, you'll never actually get a better social circle. That was the biggest thing, is that I started looking when someone was like, yeah, I'm just going to stick at my job for a couple of years, see where it goes. I'm like, yeah, that's not me. Like, in my mind, I was thinking, yeah, that's not me. And I was like, well, maybe I should just start slowly pushing myself away from those people. Or you'd be in the elevator, like I said, and it's a complete stranger, and they're talking about, yeah, I can't believe this person, or all the elevators are down, and this one's the only one that's working. That's so inconvenient. I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay. When you actually start observing your life and other people, you'll really start noticing that you're different. And you're not better. They're not worse. You're really just observing that that's the path they're going down, which is an easy one, which is complain about things they can't control, which is drama or politics or religion or things like that. You're like, oh, okay, that's the path they're going to go down. And, it's like, say someone gets elected president that you may not agree with. Like, what are you going to do? Okay, move outside the country, or accept it. It's like, what are you going to do? Seriously. Or someone on the team is just a complete asshole, or someone in your class just sucks. Like, are you going to complain to other people? I can't believe this person. It's like, you either accept it or you do something about it. In other words, you either accept the president that becomes president, or the CEO that becomes CEO, or this person that's in your class, or you do something about it. That's it. Those are the only two options. And both of them are taking action. You either take action to move to a different class, move to a different country, move to a different company, Start your own company. Go to another gym. Eat different food. You know, like complaining about it does nothing. Only taking action does. Taking action is completely accepting I am in this situation. Here's a perfect phrase. You say, what is, what isn't. Totally different than what I'm about to say. Whatever it is, it is. That's totally different. That's accepting. That's not accepting responsibility. That's playing the victim card, which is, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, whatever. I can't do anything about it. So, no. What is, what isn't. Whatever, like, you have to take action either way. So, when it comes to a conversation, you could either continuously be an observer you could continuously be a participant or participate and observe. And so when someone says something that doesn't align with where you want to go in life or what you feel or how you feel, if someone starts going down a road of negativity, you just say, you know what? In your mind, you just say, all right, you know what? I'm just not going to spend so much time with these people. Or I'm just, this interaction, it's done. If you're at a cocktail party or a networking event or a family party or whatever, when I'm at a family party and someone starts going down a path of either the same conversation, I literally just say, oh, I'm just going to get something to drink. Or do you want any food? I'm going to grab some food. Or an appetizer or whatever. I just remove myself. If someone just starts talking about something that I really don't care about and or something that's negative, I just remove myself. I don't accept it. I don't accept the negativity. I accept the conversation, but I don't accept the negativity. So become an observer with all of your interactions and say, does this jive? That's how you become present also. So when you're in your head, as Tony Robbins says, when you're in your head, you're dead. When you're in your head, all you're thinking about is, what am I going to say? Yes. What am I saying right now? What are they saying? What's going to happen? What do I have to do later? What's my to-do list? All right? So start observing your conversations. Talk to you guys soon.